Assalamu alaikum everyone. I hope you're doing really well. My name's Humna and I share content connected to art, healing and spirituality through my channel. I recently got called to start sharing the Ayaat of Quraan. This is not something, a research or something that I went through books and books of scholars and came up with. All I decided was that there's so much information that we take in through our day. It's really lovely to stop for a few minutes and just consider connecting to the word of Allah, to how He speaks to us. For me, it was really tricky because not speaking Arabic, not reading Arabic that well, it was always that barrier of language between me and Quran. And I recently got myself this Quran translation, and it really changed the way I feel about Quran. Now I read it daily to receive messages from Allah and be guided to whatever it is that I need to receive from Him. That's literally what comes up. And the ayat for today is, the surah is 74 and the ayat is 32 to 48. I'm going to read the English translation and then share what is coming through in the energy of the words that I'm reading. So this is not connected to, like I said, any knowledge that I've gained. This is just simple, in this moment, what I feel that I am guided to share with you all. We all know that Allah's word is protected. So He will not allow me to speak anything that is not in praise of Him, InshaAllah ta'ala. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Rabbi shali sadri wa yassir li amri wa hlul 'uqdatam min lisani yafqahu qawli. Hasbunallahu wa ni'mal wakeel. La ilaha illallah Muhammadur Rasulullah. Why people will end up in hell? Yes, by the moon, by the night as it fades away, by the morning as it shines. It's a great thing, a warner for humanity, for those wanting to progress spiritually and those who wish to stay behind. Every person is held hostage by the evil he does, except the companions of the right hand, living in the gardens. They will ask each other about the sinners. What deeds brought you into hellfire? They will answer, we neither worshipped nor fed the needy, busy doing evil and friends of those who were frivolous. We denied judgment day until the inevitable, certain death came upon us. The intercession of the intercessors, the idols, won't benefit them. We can look at nature and see it as something that happens in our routine. The sun goes up, the moon comes shining, the night changes into the day and the day changes into the night, the weather changing, the clouds being created, the snowflakes happening, the raindrops coming down to nourish the earth, the trees growing, the seeds sprouting, the flowers blooming, the birds singing, the awakening of everything around us and the creation. We can look at it as something which is just that what it is, or we could look at it as the creation of Allah, for He created it so that you and I could remember Allah through these creations, for these are the signs of Allah. So we're not meant to be taking them very lightly. We're not meant to just look at them and pass by. We're meant to stop and think and reflect and ponder about what it is that Allah is doing for us. You see, the reason people will end up in hell is because all these signs were given to them. They were told about their God. They were guided to light. They were told about what it is that they have to do here, which is the worship and zikr of Allah. And they chose not to do it. And they went and stayed in company of people where they were devalued. They were constantly made to think about the world and the greed and, the dark spaces and get attached to them, that just keep revolving around and around in the 3D, like a rat race, just consuming, and being greedy and regretful, and always being sad and depressed about not knowing what to do, how to do, always complaining, not seeing the abundance and love and mercy of Allah in all the signs that are around on this planet. You see, when we see the world, the dunya, as something that is just the way it is, with no connection to Allah, as if we see dunya as just that what it is and not connected to it being created by the Creator and it being the creation of Allah, we just see it as a dark matter. That's it. But this whole matter turns into light when we see it through the eyes of the Creator for what it was actually created for. You see, dunya has no meaning till we connect it to Allah. The dunya was created, the world was created for you and me to be in awe and in connection and in remembrance of Allah. When we just look at the dunya to want, to work, to just have greedy, all of these things, the sins that we commit, like lust, just falling for people, right, left, top, bottom, needing, all of these things, we just keep staying in the same loop, unsatisfied, unmotivated. There is no purpose of your existence if it is not for the purpose of for God, right? So if there is no purpose in your life, you're not going to connect to God, right? You're not going to connect to Allah. But when you look at yourself and the creation of Allah as that what He created, so that you could be, understand that you could be in awe of Him, you could be connected to Him, you could be reminded of Him through dunya suddenly becomes lighter. It becomes heaven because you chose to see it not for what it is being seen outside, but that what you feel inside of you, that it is the magical space, the creation of Allah that He has gifted us, and you start seeing it as light, as heaven. And so Allah is saying that the reason people will end up in hell is because they chose to be in dunya but not connect to it as my creation. We neither worship, meaning we never remembered Allah, we never took care of the needy, those who were below us or who weren't able to have everything that they could, but we didn't even help them, we didn't feed the needy, we were so busy doing evil things. Evil things mean like sins. We're committing constant sins and going away from Allah rather than going towards Allah, getting trapped into the world of what clothes to wear, how to look, how fancy my house needs to be, and sit amongst people who were always constantly degrading, devaluing, and just treating each other like just status conscious based on how you look, how you earn, what you wear, that sort of thing. Like, so you keep going into these loops, and they were your friends. So of course you're not going to connect to Allah because you'd surrounded yourself with all darkness, and so they will be denied on the day of judgment a space in heaven, and they will end up in hell because they did not come towards Allah before their time came. So it is so important to remember that Allah has given us time on this earth so that we are able to be in constant remembrance of His mercy and love towards us through whatever it is that He has given us. This is something that I am really passionate about sharing through art. I connect to the Ayaat of Quraan, and using the essence of the words of Allah, I teach people how you can create a grid that symbolizes the essence, so that you are able to look at the creation that you create on the grid as a way of your soul connecting to the word of Allah. I call them light grids because they are expressing the words of Allah, and Quraan is the light from the heaven down to the earth in word form for us. So imagine converting the Quraan connecting to it and creating beauty into this world through the word of Allah is something that I'm highly passionate about. And I share live sessions on my through Zoom every Friday, and if that's something that you'd like to join in, it's 11 a.m. UK time. You can send me and contact me through the links down below, and I can share the details with you. You can join me from anywhere on the planet, and if you'd like to purchase the sessions, the recorded sessions, you can purchase them one-on-one also, but also you can the 99 names are also there. In the same way, I've used every 99 name to create a grid, connect to it, give you a deeper understanding and a reflection of how you can build a deeper connection with your Allah through art. And together we can walk towards our akhirat by creating beauty in this world. For me, it was so important because when it talks about the right hand people, when you're writing, when you're creating, or when you're drawing inspired by light, you are actually absorbing what you are writing and creating through your hand into your being, and that light itself gets absorbed into your soul and activates your heart chakra, and it's light upon light. So through art, you're able to create not only beauty, deepen your connection with Allah, but also connect to your akhirat, inshallah ta'ala. So if that's something that you want to do in your own way, in your own time, at your own convenience, you can go to my Patreon, and like I said, you can buy one session at a time, or you can buy a monthly subscription, which will allow you to have all the access to all my sessions, which I have shared how they have completely changed my life 360 degrees. So it's a very spiritual journey, it's a very spiritual experience, it's going deep within your soul, and it helps you at levels which you couldn't even imagine. How Allah melts the heart, brings us closer to Him, and holds us in a way that we didn't even know we needed. So if that's something that you're looking for and you want to build a deeper connection with your Allah, I invite you to join my Patreon or connect with me through my social media, and all the links are down below. I will inshallah speak to you soon. If these videos that I share are any good to you, do leave me a comment and connect with me, because every time you like and connect with me, it helps me grow my channel, and it also helps to have that energy exchange with you, inshallah ta'ala, and be able to spread light to more hearts. So do like, share, and subscribe to my channel if you feel called to. I will inshallah speak to you soon. Take good care of yourselves, and never ever forget, when you do everything and anything that is pleasing to Allah, He will change your life in ways that you've never even imagined, and He will increase you in ways that He knows are best for you, inshallah. I love you, take care, and I will speak to you soon. Allah Hafiz.